If you believe that you have to schedule every single minute of your day to be productive, this episode is going to blow your mind. Coming in hot with a completely different perspective than what most people are teaching. By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly how to have a schedule that will support you even when life completely goes off the rails. If you believe that your schedule is the only thing that is holding you together, this productivity system today is going to give you so much relief. It is going to be a breath of fresh air. I'm so excited. I'm Chelsea Joe. I'm pretty sure in one of the last videos, I forgot to introduce myself. So if you're new around here, welcome. I am a wife, a mom, and a multiple six-figure CEO that is growing and scaling her company while homeschooling, taking care of her health, growing in her marriage, doing all the things, right? Being a house manager and definitely super invested in my external family and my church and all of the things. So I'm busy just like you. And what I know being productive is, it is my favorite thing. I love to be productive. I love to feel productive. And I knew very early on when I was trying to be productive that the normal way of being productive before I had kids and before I had all of these other responsibilities just wasn't panning out and it wasn't working for me. How do you feel like productivity is working for you? This is going to be an interactive video, so I'm going to need you to drop things into the comments. I'm going to need you to tell me about your productivity. I'm going to need you to ask questions about the steps as I go. Consider this YouTube channel a place where you can actually grow and learn, a place where you begin to fully understand what it looks like to be productive while you're juggling your life and your business. Are you ready to get into this productivity system that's going to change your life? I'm super excited. Before I jump into the steps that you need to take in breaking down this system for you, I want you to know that I have another completely free resource called the Workflow Workshop. And this is where you're going to get your business completely organized. This is where you're going to be able to protect your time. This is where you're going to be able to go all in on your business and finally grow that thing without sacrificing your life in the process. Link is down in the description. Let's dig into this. Biggest thing that you're craving right now in your business. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ready, go. Tell me in the comments. What are you craving? What are you craving in your business? If I could just finish the sentence for me. If I could just what? If I could just show up to my work consistently. If I just knew what to focus on. If you could only what? One of the things that I'm going to talk about really deeply in this episode, and I'm super curious to see if you already mentioned it down below, is consistency. If you're craving consistency, like, can I just please show up over and over and over and over again without it feeling hard, without it feeling like something else is being sacrificed in the process? Oh yeah, sure, I went all in my business, but then the house burned down. The laundry backed up, the dishes backed up, whatever, right? It's always something. That piece is what we're going to focus super narrow in on today, is this consistency factor. It's really hard for people to be consistent. Let me give you an example. If you go to the gym every once in a while and you don't do it consistently, do you lose weight? Do you build muscle? No, absolutely not. You do not. So that is an example that everyone can understand. It's not rocket science, and it completely applies to your business. If you don't show up consistently, you don't treat that thing like it is really important for you to do on a regular basis with a regular cadence, it's not going to grow. And I know that is what you want. It's what I want, is whenever I sit down, I want it to actually matter and I want it to mean something. And so being productive consistently is the name of the game. Here's the problem. You already know all of this, but what I think you might not know is the schedule that you're trying to create to get that productivity and to get that consistency is really rigid. That very specific schedule that you think in your mind that you need to have is far too strict. It is like Fort Knox. Like, you got to show up and you better do it in this order. And if not, the whole thing falls apart, especially whenever fall comes, whenever all the sports and the back to school and all the things happen. Like, I got to drive from here to here, and then I have to make sure that I have this bag. And it's just like so complicated. That is what is failing you. That is the problem. I need you to adopt my concept of flexible structure, or structured flexibility. Say this with me. Structured flexibility is about to become your best friend, and it is the skill that you have to learn if you want to be successful at juggling a life and a business. If you want to make money in your business and you want to be successful at being a wife and a mom and taking care of yourself and your home in the process, you have got to figure out how to have structure and be flexible at the same time. And I promise you, that is not an oxymoron. They actually can coexist, and they coexist very well. I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. Step number 1. All right, look, step number 1 is to stop scheduling everything. We don't need to know when you're brushing your teeth. We don't actually need to know all of the teeny tiny things on a schedule. Well, yeah, but Chelsea, then how am I going to know where everything's going to fit? Well, you're going to adopt a brand new philosophy. You see, scheduling everything leads to incredible burnout. It is exhausting to maintain a schedule like that day after day after day after day. You're like, yes, you're speaking my language. There's guilt when you don't do the right things at the right time, when you feel like you've dropped the ball on someone or something. And especially if you have clients that you're not getting to, if you have leads and you're just watching money slip away. And then when you do tackle them because you scheduled it, you feel like you're missing something else. There doesn't seem to be enough hours in the day for a really complicated schedule. This is the important shift that I want you to understand. So step number 1 is to stop scheduling everything. We're going to talk about what to do here in a second, but the biggest thing that I want you to understand is just trust me and feel this out for the rest of the episode. But the most important part, and I've got another episode coming up next week that you're absolutely going to love that really dives into this concept, but you don't want to start over every day and every week. You have to start to understand that this rigid schedule, tell me what kind of color codes. Honestly, is your Google Calendar color coded in a very aesthetically pleasing way? This does make my heart happy when I see this. I actually love this very much. I'm such a neutral kind of girl, and I see all these beautiful color-coded Google Calendars, and I might do it for the fun of it, but not because it is my productivity tool. Do you see the difference? If you are using that and that alone, it's probably not working out for you. So let's talk about step number 2. If you're trying to build a productivity system that actually works for your life and your business, step number 2 is to build flexible work blocks. Ooh, so good, so juicy. Building flexible work blocks. What does that even mean? What is a work block? Listen, do you have work blocks? Are you scheduling your work? Are you fitting it in the cracks of the day? Tell me down below if you are crack of the day, Katie, or if you are actually putting work blocks into your calendar and you know when you are working every single day of the week. No shade if you're not doing it, but that is absolutely important. Building flexible work blocks looks like this. It's very straightforward. You know how many hours a week you need to work, hands down. Like, you know exactly what this looks like. You know what happens if the kids get sick. You know what plan B is. You have your backup plan in place. You know what happens if an appointment pops up. If your kid is sick at school, you have to go grab them, whatever. If nap time doesn't work, like, you understand, hey, I need 10 hours of work every week, and I'm going to fit 2 hours in Monday through Friday. I know that I'm fitting them in at nap time. Great. I know I need 10 hours. I know exactly when they're happening. And if nap time doesn't happen, are you a nap time warrior? Remember I told you this is going to be interactive. Tell me if you're a nap time warrior. I want to know what season of life you're in right now. Because I've grown this business since my kids were little. They are now almost 9 and 14. And my youngest was a year old when I started this business. So I've been doing this exact flexible work block situation. I'll never forget whenever nap time ended. That was like a huge part of how I was getting work done, like, honestly. And so I was like, okay, regroup. Now when are we putting our work blocks? And so you have to have this flexibility. You can't just be like, oh, well, I didn't get my work block today. No, if you truly believe that you should be creating impact and income through your skill sets and putting them out into the world in exchange for money, AKA having a business, whether it's a service, a product, it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. It does not matter what your business is or what your work is. You know that that is work that has to get done, period. Just like we got to feed the kids, we got to take them where they need to go. Mom has to work. Like, that's it. You're a working mom. Get over it. Let the kids understand and know mom has to work. And so if mom doesn't get to work because nap time didn't go down, then the whole family needs to be on the same page that now work is going to happen from this time to this time. That needs to just be understood. Those conversations have to happen, not because you imposed it, but because the whole family's on board. Everybody understands and we all agree. Like, we all agree that this is what we want. And that has been, I think, the biggest breath of fresh air is whenever I stopped hiding underneath this facade that I wasn't a working mom. I've tried to be a working mom with a business, and before, when I worked in corporate, I tried to not be a working mom and be a stay-at-home mom while I was a working mom, because somewhere inside of my psyche, I felt like it was wrong if I wasn't a stay-at-home mom. I was trying to like downplay and hide the fact that I had a business. I was growing a business. I was scaling business. I had a team, and they are valuable. Every hour and every minute that I put into my work is so precious to me, just like my babies and my marriage and my dog are so precious to me. You know, this is incredibly valuable and important time in your day. So whenever it doesn't go according to plan, you can't just be like, oh, well, I guess I'm not doing it. No. I mean, I guess you could, but then your business does not actually grow. And we won't get into the whole cycle that causes, right? So this is very, very important for you to have flexible work blocks. Oh, I love step number 3 so very much. If you are trying to build something predictable, some kind of productivity schedule that you know, hey, look, I'm going to be productive. It's not like a finger in the wind. Am I going to be or am I not? And listen, if you have health issues and autoimmune disease disorders, this is so important right now. What I'm about to say, for every woman, but especially if you or your kids have health issues, I need you to hear this. Step number 3 is to protect consistency, not perfection. There is something wrong, just a little bit, with the way women were created. Are you a perfectionist? I'm a perfectionist. And there's something terribly wrong with it. It's like all or nothing. I'm so all or nothing. And I've had to learn that no, like that's not working. Please, with all your heart and soul, put a bubble around consistency so that it never, ever, ever gets dropped, broken, or erodes. What we protect so much is this identity of what things are supposed to be like. It's this concept of perfection. And I cannot explain to you enough how absolutely terrible that is. So when you are protecting consistency, what does this look like? Here's a really straightforward tip for you, homework, if you will. I want you to write down what are the most important things that you want to be consistent at every single week. And you could put a lot down. Right now, I want you to highlight, star, and circle the most important one. And then you can put like a number 2 and a number 3. You can have your top 3 things. And this is what I want you to get good at for the next year of your life and nothing else. I don't want you to think about protecting consistency in 12 different things or even 5. I want you to think about protecting consistency in one thing. And once you feel like you're doing that, then you can do another, and then you can do another. And that is going to keep you as busy as you need to be and as excited and engaged and doing and active as you could possibly be, right? So that might look like obviously your work blocks, but maybe something specific within that, whether it's creating content or cleaning up and organizing your systems in the back end, or making sure that you're showing up for your clients, or making sure that you are actually interacting, responding to leads, whatever that might be, whatever your craft is. Maybe it's something in your life right now that if you were engaging in exercise or painting or something creative, walking, for me, it's being with other believers and other women in my church. When I know that I do these things consistently, guess what? Everything else gets so much easier for me. And so I don't know what these really important core consistency pieces are in your life, but I want you to write them down, and I want you to protect those things like they were your child that's about to run out in the street. You know, the runners, when you get them out of the car and they're off, right? I never had a runner like that, but my heart felt like I had a runner like that. I was always like, oh my gosh, I want that intensity, right? The intensity that you do when you go to stop in the car and you or your kid's about to do something dangerous and you put your arm out. That is what I want you to do. I want that maternal instinct to protect these pieces of consistency, specifically in your business, but also in your life. This is what is so wildly different about me compared to any other business coach on the internet. I am not going to show up to this YouTube channel and create videos that are going to tell you how to grow your business and not talk about what has to happen in your life, because they are 100% intertwined. You cannot separate them. If you don't have your crap together in your life, you cannot scale and grow your business. You're not going to be consistent. You're not going to show up to it because of all of the things that are happening. So look, I know I mentioned in the very beginning of this, that in the very beginning of step 3, that if you had health issues or if your children do, that protecting consistency over perfection is going to be really important for you. And what that means in a scenario like this is there are going to be times when you have this expectation of how productive your week could be. And you're looking at it and the days are open and the kids are in school and they have XYZ and the grandma's picking them up, whatever it might look like. This is supposed to be a great week in your cycle, or maybe with your autoimmune disease. It's been great. And then bam, you hit a brick wall. Kids are sick. You're sick. You've got a flare, whatever this might look like. Because I have had this happen to me so many times in my life with my own autoimmune issues. This is where you have to understand that this piece of being consistent can absolutely still happen. No matter if it happens to what you wanted, to that expectation or not, that is not the important part. The important part is that you still try to show up over and over and over again. Here's what I hope you walk away with today. Productivity has nothing to do about squeezing a ton of stuff into your day. It has to do with showing up consistently and knowing exactly what you're supposed to be showing up for. When life gets messy, you should still be able to show up. You shouldn't feel like you are scattered Sally just because something came up that was random and unforeseen. I want you to have the skill sets to be able to deal with that. One of the things that you can do to be able to gain that skill set is hop over inside of the Workflow Workshop, chelseajoe.co/workflow workshop. It is completely free. You're going to love it. I would be so excited to see you over there. And if I don't, I'll meet you back here real soon for the next episode on the Systemize Your Life podcast.